Extinction Rebellion
Extinction
protesters.
Extinction Rebellion protesters has stuck themselves to the road.
Protesters have chained and glued themselves to the doors where gas and oil industry leaders were meeting.
Arrest that government that's just not taking any notice of climate change.
Chaotic scenes this morning, Melissa, during question time. The Premier was actually at her feet making a statement when some members of the group Extinction Rebellion interrupted her. They were chanting, they unveiled some banners. They were quickly escorted out of the public gallery.
So you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm John, and this is Ray, but above all, this is Chaos. And Chaos has been with us for 9 years now. He had his 9th birthday yesterday, but I've been married to Ray for 53 years, and she's my partner in crime.
Yeah, so for my 70th birthday, John took me to be arrested at the Whitehaven coal protest in northern New South Wales at the Laird Forest.
I think Ray has been arrested about 10 times, haven't you? And I've been arrested, I think, 7 or 8 times. I do prefer to be inside the cab and be able to talk to the police if I'm being arrested. Paddy wagons really aren't designed for the comfort of the prisoner. We're both professional people. I've worked in medicine and science, and Ray has worked at museums. We've been retired for quite a while now. This has given us time to become involved in activism.
The Premier was actually at her feet making a statement when some members of the group Extinction Rebellion interrupted her. They were chanting.
To not photograph.
Order the member of the Pub Speakers Gallery.
You can't help laughing, can you?
I have one regret about it. That is, I didn't fold my banner correctly beneath my shirt, and when I pulled it out, it fell down back to front. It made me realise it was a very good thing I wasn't one of the people who packed parachutes.
I think putting a public banner in the street and waving to traffic is disruptive. It's just very mildly disruptive.
We always get a few rev heads, you probably heard them this morning, that rev up their engines in protest as they go past. A few more this morning, I think, than normal. Yeah, no, it's, there we go, idiots. I think we're all deeply aware that we've stuffed up our generation. We've been greedy and selfish and thoughtless, and now you guys, the next generations, are paying the price.
We're sort of like in the Titanic, we're moving ahead, we're on full steam ahead, coal's still being shoveled into the furnaces, and we're just talking about doing things, we're hardly doing anything.
The train incident is famous in protest circles now as being the epitome of what Extinction Rebellion was initially wanting to do with public disruption, but that's probably, it's at the extreme end of their actions.
A cameraman who was streaming live pictures of the protest also became a target as passengers lost patience.
They're doing it the wrong way. They're doing it for the right reasons, but they're doing it the wrong way.
Some of the more radical actions that they take, if people understood the gravity of the situation, would not see their radicalism as being all that radical. There was a time I had a problem at an arrest. I had locked on to a farmer's gate that was an alternative entry to a part of where Adani was building his railway. And I had to call the farmer. He was furious when he arrived. He shook the gate violently, which could have been lethal, and the police took no notice at all.
A man in a red jacket was punching in the face a woman who was a commuter, also disrupted, who was calling on him to stop his violence.
There has been quite a stigma about your membership of Extinction Rebellion, but I think that's in the past now. I think people are realising it's a well-run and very protective but very peacefully oriented active group. One small thing that people can do to help with the fight is to join a group of like-minded people against climate change and get engaged. All is lost, the future is impossible, we must take the next step.